organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Thanks for tuning into your Thursday edition of Daily Iowan TV, your television news, sports, and weather source for the Daily Iowan. I'm John Detcott here in the Daily Iowan newsroom to give you the latest on what's been going on around Iowa City. Space in the dorms might be tight this year as one of the biggest freshman classes in school history moves in. Daily Iowan TV's Shane Carney tells us why the university hopes to maintain those numbers in the next few years.
Last year, the University of Iowa saw a record-breaking enrollment of over 4,500 incoming students. This was a giant leap from the 4,000 they had the year before. Although at that time the university was looking forward to this type of growth, they were expecting to do it over a 5-year period.
We adapted some of our recruiting programs where we reached farther afield, looking for students outside our major market areas, which of course is Iowa and the Midwest. Without fully understanding how successful we could be, we ended up growing 500 new students in a single year, not 100 a year over 5 years.
Now the main challenge for the university is making sure incoming classes don't get too big over the next couple of years.
So the goal for 2011 was to have about the same number of first-year students as we did last year. And even though we're still registering students, so we're not done yet, it appears that we're right on target for that. And I think everyone's happy with that.
One area the university did continue to see growth was in its number of students of diversity. Nearly a quarter of this year's incoming class will be made up of diverse students. While still hoping to maintain the same number of incoming students over the next few years, the university hopes that even more diverse students choose to come to Iowa. Shane Carney, Daily Iowan Television.
Burge Hall will become the latest residence hall to offer a convenience store to students. The nearly $600,000 renovation project started in January and is expected to be completed soon. Not only will the store sell various foods and other products, but it will also serve as the hub for Burge Late Night, which provides hot food for students after the cafeteria's regular hours. The project was originally supposed to be completed in 2005 along with the renovation of Burge Marketplace, but was postponed because of monetary reasons.
Right now it looks like for sure we'll be open by the 1st of October. There's a chance it might be the last week of September. The construction had to be held up because of move-in, and we don't want the workers around now or that first week of classes.
It used to be that doctors blamed television for teens losing sleep, but now they're saying it might be something else. New research suggests that social media and cell phones may be causing sleep disorders in teens. Experts say interruptions in sleep caused by texts and emails being sent to a person's phone can create bad habits that can in turn have negative effects on a person's long-term health. Now, doctors say there is good news. The cure is simple. Simply turn off your phone. For more information on this story, check out Friday's pages of the Daily Iowan. And with Republican presidential hopeful Rick Perry visiting the Hamburg Inn on Monday, the restaurant added another politician to its impressive list of guests. Daily Iowa TV's Josh Bolander takes a look at the restaurant's rich political history.
For many familiar with the Iowa City area, the Hamburg Inn means one of the best gut-busting burgers or tasty tenderloins in town. However, the restaurant's real specialty can't necessarily be found on the menu: politics.
Any candidate chooses to come to Hamburg Inn, we do our very best to contact local leaders, to put signage up, contact the voters. If they come into Hamburg Inn, that is going to be an event for them.
Monday marked the visit of Texas Republican and presidential hopeful Rick Perry to the restaurant to a mixed crowd of supporters and protesters. However, Perry's visit pales in comparison to past dinees of the restaurant, including award-winning actor Martin Sheen and former presidents Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan.
About 2003, when former President Clinton came in, we had that two-president connection. There was kind of the far left and the far right.
With thousands attending the Hamburg yearly for these political visits, owner Dave Panther insists that even if politics aren't your thing, the award-winning food can never hurt.
You know, we grind our own hamburgers, so the burger's always good. I really like the pork tenderloin.
With 2012 just around the corner, expect more visits to the North Lynn Street restaurant in the near future. Josh Bolander, Daily Iowan TV.
The restaurant hopes to bring in more presidential hopefuls in the coming months. And a UI student gives chase after finding a burglar in her home. Police say Morgan Craffle, who lives near Mercy Hospital, discovered a man in her dining room around 9:15 on Wednesday night. When the man fled with her purse, Craffle took off after him. The pursuit lasted about a block before Craffle was punched, who then stopped and called police. Police say the man entered the house through an unlocked door despite the fact that the lights were on and music was playing. Police say returning students should take caution when moving in and be sure to keep all doors locked, even when at home. And now for all things Hawkeye Sports, let's send it over to Tyler Culver at the sports desk. Tyler?
Thanks, John. As the Hawkeye football team prepares for its upcoming season, something new and different has crept up in the minds of both fans and players this year, and that is playing Nebraska in the final game of the regular season. Iowa defensive lineman and Western Iowa native Dominic Alves couldn't hold back his excitement when asked about playing the Cornhuskers in 2011.
Excited. Obviously, we got a lot of great teams that we're going to play on the schedule, but being a Western Iowa guy, I know a lot about the Cornhuskers and their program. They're very good, and I'm very excited to play them. With
the loss of Alan Reisner to graduation last season, reserves Brad Herman and CJ Fedorowicz are anxious to fill his shoes this season. Fedorowicz, a highly touted recruit out of high school, found transitioning to the college level was a bit more challenging than he first expected.
High school? Yeah, definitely not. I blocked 160-pound DBs, so blocking played last year kind of gave me a wake-up call when I got put on my butt one of the times. So.
Also at Media Day, the University of Iowa Athletics Department invited back legendary Hawkeye football coach Hayden Fry to announce the reinitiated promotion of America Needs Farmers, or ANF, a program Coach Fry started back in the 80s.
And now it's come back, and I'm extremely pleased that Coach Ferns has put the ANF decal back on the Iowa headgear.
The Hawks kick off their football season just 16 days away from today against Tennessee Tech. The Iowa women's basketball team has been benefiting from extra practice, time, and experience playing with each other this summer due to their participation in a foreign tour where the team has played different European squads while traveling abroad. The women faced a tough opening game against BC Strakonic Czech Republic club team, needing a final shot with 5 seconds remaining by newcomer freshman Samantha Logic to pull away 75-73. In their second game with the Hawks, improved to 2-0 with a 90-53 blowout win over BKZ Levis on Saturday, a game where all 11 players that saw game time scored, featuring a game-high 25 points by Morgan Johnson. The Hawks had Wednesday and Thursday to spend time in pairs together and will play their final game Friday before returning home Sunday just in time for classes on Monday. It's been an exciting summer for head coach Fran McCaffrey and the Hawkeye Hoops program, as the coaching staff has spent much of July at July recruiting showcase camps, and in the past few weeks, McCaffrey has seen his efforts at those camps pay off. On August 8th, Nebraska native Mike Giselle committed to Iowa over Nebraska, Stanford, and Creighton. Giselle led his high school team to 2 4A state basketball titles in Nebraska and has been named Mr. Nebraska Basketball once already. Giselle hopes he can sway fellow AAU teammate and Sioux City native Adam Woodbury to join him as a Hawk in 2012. Woodbury is currently ranked in the top 50 players for their class by ESPN. Iowa Hoops recently picked up another commit, and Indianapolis guard Patrick Ingram. Tuesday, he announced his decision to come to Iowa over St. Louis and Loyola. Ingram says he sees himself fitting in next to Mike Giselle as an off guard. Both Ingram and Giselle joined Kyle Meyer as verbal commits to the Hawkeye Hoops program. Iowa currently still has 2 scholarships remaining to hand out for the 2012 class. This has been your Hawkeye Sports Update. John, back to you in the newsroom.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek at Friday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read about what the university is doing to help freshman parents cope with their kids starting college, plus read about why more and more students are paying for summer internships. And before we go, here's a quick look at your local weather forecast. Tomorrow we could see some scattered thunderstorms with a 40% chance of rain. The high for tomorrow will be 85 degrees with a low of 66. And those storms could carry on into the weekend before we see some sunshine on Sunday. Rain is expected to return later in the week, and you can expect temps to stay in the low 80s throughout the week. That's your Thursday edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to tune in on Sunday at the same time or check us out anytime at dailyiowan.com. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm John Dedcott. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.